A lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
More confirmation this morning that we are indeed in an economic boom. Big gains for how much we earn and how much we spend. Income up 21.1% in March compared to February, the biggest gain in history. And consumption up 4.2% in March compared to February. It is a rocket ship economy. I bought into it. It went straight down. I sold out. I cut my losses. And
Good
then this thing bounced back again. Wouldn't you know it?
Yeah.
Don't ever take investment advice from me.
And here he is, continuing to give investment advice. I mean, think about it. What he's saying. He is saying there was a 21% increase in household income in March. Like, that's something to celebrate. That means there's a 21% increase in debt that goes on our national debt. You know, stimulus is not free. That income came from stimulus. And stimulus is for a country that's in trouble. Stimulus is life support. To celebrate that we went up 21% in debt. Now, it would be different. Wouldn't it be terrific if it wasn't checks from the government? Remember, a lot of these people, not only like here in Florida, they get their $1,400. They get their, from the state, $300, $350 unemployment, and they get another $300 from the government, so to double that. And they're going out and spending that. And they don't get it. They shouldn't take the money. They should say right to Congressman, what are you doing? If this came from wages, why don't you find me a good job? Let's find me a good job. Because you're going to give it to me in one hand, you're going to take it away in the other hand. What are you, stupid? That's what you should say to the congressman. They're idiots. How does that make any sense? And then you get these dopes, like Varney and the rest of them, they don't get it. That's what they should be saying. They should be pointing it out. Growing debt destroys economic opportunities for every American. This is crazy. I mean, the debt, because of this, is going to increase. We're going to, you know, what they didn't mention, they were borrowing $3 trillion in that same quarter of March. Just January, February, March. In that quarter, they borrowed, the government, $3 trillion in a single quarter. How do you think a person got a 21% household income? $3 trillion. People forget what $1 trillion is. Put it in perspective. That's a stack of $1 bills, 67,866 miles high. What are you, nuts? And growing debt destroys our kids' future, grandkids' future. And it destroys economic opportunities for every American. Remember, high debt means an increase in borrowing. Stimulus means an increase in borrowing, which is nuts. High levels of debt means that CEOs now will stop investing in new machinery and new technology. So workers now won't be able to produce as much. And therefore, that translates into lower productivity and therefore lower wages. So what good is this? It's like giving somebody a shot of heroin. Feels good for a while. This is insane. And they're all excited about it. All the fake business news networks, all they've been talking about all day. This is going to mean lower wages, lower spending. And spending, remember, contributes 72% to our economic GDP growth. This is insane. Now, the other thing is the government keeps on borrowing to pay for all this. They crowd everything out. They crowd you out. What's that mean? So, when the government is offering, let's say, more interest, okay, or let's go back to when a CEO, he's not going to invest, right, in new machinery, new equipment, then that means there's no spending. So that is what we call crowding out. Or when the government offers more interest than you would receive in the bank, and the money is shifted from the bank by you taking it out of the bank and you lending it to government so that you're purchasing a treasury, that means there's less savings. There's less money in the bank. So the bank raises its rates because there's less money available because they're not getting deposits. And when you go to borrow to start a business, the backbone of this country, the rates now are going to be higher. And more often than not, a person can't do a startup business or expand his business. That's called crowding out. So the government, as they grow debt, they're competing with us. They're crowding us out. They're crowding out the entrepreneur. And when a CEO stops investing in new machinery and equipment, business investment, that means your worker's going to produce less, which translates again to lower productivity, lower wages, so that lower spending, again, which contributes 72% of GDP growth, that's referred to again as being crowded out. In other words, the government is competing against its own citizens for money. The more debt they have, they're competing against their own people because they have to raise money. So when the government is offering you more money with a treasury than you get at a bank because they got to pay their bills, that's crowding out. You can't grow the economy. This is insane. And the other thing, by raising the capital gains tax, where they're going to charge they're going to tax you 40% of your gains, these entrepreneurs, they're not going to start businesses. They're not going to lend money. I talked about this yesterday. I used to do that. Lend people money, start businesses. But I'd be looking for a 5-year return, minimum 5 years. I have to have an exit strategy. I'm going to loan you money. I want to be exited out in 5 years, and I want to return at 20, 25%, whatever. I mean, it's venture capital. It's expensive. but no more. Why would anybody do that? There's no more. They're all going to be out of business. No more. Why on earth would they say, well, we're going if you're going to make on a deal $100,000, well, we're going to take 40% of it. Why would you ever invest? Why would you give money to somebody to go start a business? You wouldn't. This is amazing. And we got these stupid people. Well, Barney himself said, don't listen, don't take any advice from me. At least he admits he's stupid. This is just unbelievable what's going on. And most people have no idea. You want to know why? There should be a crowd on the Hill in Washington Capitol screaming and yelling. Nobody's there.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. For the best insight in both the stock market and the economy, turn to the Phil's Gang YouTube channel, where each weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern, you get to listen to my Phil's Gang radio show, where you get the best information both on stocks and the economy. And each Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, you get the new segment of my popular Market Crash Unfolding, where I detail the weekly events that are leading us up to the next crash. Both Phil's Gang radio show and Market Crash Unfolding on Phil's Gang YouTube channel. That's right. And today's Friday, so we're going to do our next segment, Unfolding of the Stock Market Crash. And if you don't believe that there's going to be a crash, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe you haven't been in the market that often, but I've been in this market 50 years, 51 years. Been on Earth for 75 years, thank God. And I've seen it. And there's the same, you see the same red flags all the time. The same red flags. It's unbelievable. So, but what I want to talk to you about, though, is this. It's very important. You know, they talked about that 40% capital gains. And people have no idea how that's going to affect our economy. Is going to kill us. Nobody's going to invest in businesses. I mean, and also, just think about it. People put money into corporations. They want a return. Who's going to do that? This is insane. So you gotta play the other side of this market. If they're going to raise capital, which they are, corporate taxes, and then they're going to raise the taxes on capital gains, you got to defend yourself. Just sitting there in a 401k, you got to be nuts. Or sitting there in a mutual fund. If you're sitting in a stock and you don't have a way to defend yourself because you don't know how to short, that is insane. Would you go across the desert and have no water? Would you buy a car? It has forward but no reverse? Of course not. You got to protect yourself. And most people, the market's going to crash, then they'll think about it. This is the time to learn how to sell a stock short. That means that you can take advantage of this market as they keep pushing it to new highs on pure momentum of printing money, and then you got all these people who don't know what they're doing. They have no clue, called dumb money. They're coming in and buying the same stocks they've been hearing about. You know them all. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft. They're coming and buying these thinking they're going to make a fortune because of what they're hearing on these fake business news networks every day. And they're piling in and they owe all this money. We're up to 900 billion. We're on a $1 trillion run rate. That's one of the things, one of the red flags to tell you that a market crash is nearing. It always happens when you get that kind of debt. You can't be in the market with that kind. You just can't do it. Because what happens is when the market starts going down, and boy, is it going to go down, a panic's going to set in. And then they're going to turn around and they're going to get a phone call from their broker saying, I need another check. Call a margin call. I need another, the stock's going down, they don't have enough money in their account to cover what the stock's lost, so they got to make up the difference. Instead of doing that, they say, no, sell my stock, get rid of my stock. Then the next guy does it, and the next guy does it. All of a sudden, the spiral turns into a bloodbath, and that's what's going to happen. All you got to do is learn how to sell a stock short. It's so easy to do. I mean, anybody, your kids could do it. Anybody could do it. And especially for all those people who are in the big tech stocks, that's where you want to be shorting. Those are the ones that are going to go down. Those are the ones going to go down. I've always said, two things are going to take this market down. Unrest with China and big tech. Because you got too many people in these big tech stocks that don't know what they're doing. You need to clean out all these people who should not be in the market, never mind being in big tech. And they've all gone into the same stocks since 2013, the big tech stocks, the FANG stocks. And add on with that, of course, Microsoft and Apple. Shorting, you're going to find, is a blessing. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold a webinar on May 8th, limited to 50 people. It's only $75. It's 12 to 3 Eastern time, but you don't have to be there because we're going to give it to you. It's going to be archived for 2 weeks. And you're going to know everything you need to know about defending yourself against what's coming due to the capital gains tax and the tax increases. So please, we're only holding it to 50 people, no more. And the reason why we do that is because of staffing. We don't have a large staff, and because we archive it for 2 weeks, you get inundated with people calling or emailing, mostly obviously emailing, with questions because they have it for 2 weeks. And if you get up to 7,500 people, okay, we tried it before. It doesn't work. You can't get back to everybody. So we decided to limit to 50 people. We can handle that, get back to everybody, answer everybody's questions, and give them good value. And you're going to have it for 2 weeks. So go to my site, philsgang.com. And it's only $75. Sign up, and it's going to be if you just get one thing out of it, one thing on how to short. And if you can put a light switch on, it's that easy to short. And you're going to have peace of mind. I mean, what a difference it makes going into a market knowing you don't have to worry anymore about the market going down because you're going to be prepared. There's nothing like it. I'll be back right after this break. Please remember St. Jude.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when the to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Hoping you're listening to my radio show on my YouTube channel. And remember, tonight we'll post at 6:30 Eastern Time the next segment that we're doing, the current segment, Market Crash Unfolding. You'll enjoy it. We've gotten a lot of good emails on it because I explain every week what's going on in the market and what I see in the market that's getting us closer to a crash. There's three things that always put the red flag up for a crash: inflation, debt, deficits. And you got to cut the debt. What they're doing is insane. We need to shrink the national debt because you don't get a strong national defense. They're already cutting. They're already cutting our national defense. Unbelievable in their budgets. You got to cut the debt. You got to increase tax cuts. That increases jobs. That boosts incomes. Keeps taxes low. Increases investments. By increasing taxes on corporations and 40% capital gains, it does the opposite. What are you, nuts? Spending going wild. It just... Listen.
This chart showing debt is not just about the big number. It's not just about the $30 trillion of debt. This is about tyranny.
History is screaming this warning at us. Countries that bankrupt themselves and destroy their economies simply aren't around very long.
There will be a day of reckoning, a debt crisis, and it won't be pretty.
Deficits do matter. How long do you think your family would last if every month you spent more and more on the credit card and made the minimum payment? Not long.
And yet, see, they turn around and lie to you and they tell you, oh, household income went up 21% in 1 month in March. Unbelievable. But they don't tell you about the debt increase. They don't want you to know that. Think about it. We had, in the same time, that 21% increase in household income, that was funded in 1 year's worth of stimulus, $12 trillion. And they're not done yet. $12 trillion. That $12 trillion is what gave them the 21%. You and I now are facing a debt, a bigger debt. $12 trillion increased our debt, and to give a 21% increase in household income, which is debt. It's not an increase. If that came from business investment, productivity, higher wages, wouldn't that be wonderful? But it doesn't. So what do? Look, you got to be in stocks. There's two stocks you got to be in right now with all this pumping of the market and pumping and pumping and pumping. Take advantage of it. You should be making money. This is the best time ever because right before a crash, the market is so pumped up. And you can see it on every chart. Go to any crash, put on a chart, and you have this big spike going on. And that's when you get all this margin money coming in. And everybody's gone nuts. And they're all buying stock. They don't care what they're paying for. They don't know the value of them. They don't even know what the hell they are. All they hear is, buy Amazon, buy Amazon. Amazon all-time new high. People buy Amazon. They have no idea what they're doing. So what you got to make sure is you buy the stocks that are breaking out to new highs. Those are called momentum stocks. In other words, when you're buying a stock, if nobody's selling above you, there's no resistance. It only has one place to go, up. That's what they look for. If you're going to buy a stock, the other best kind of good stock is what we call a dog stock. If a stock was at $30 and it dropped down to $10, that's the other one you want to buy. They're called dog stocks. Why? Because if it was at 30 and it dropped down to $10, the people who sold it short, they don't make, let's say a person made $5,000 shorting that. Well, he doesn't make $5,000. It doesn't go in his pocket yet. He's got to buy that stock back. He's got to now buy it at $10, and then another one buys another. They all have to start buying their own stock back, and that shoots the stock up nicely to it goes up to about what we call 50%, 55% from 30 down to 20 or 30 down to 10. When it gets up to 55%, it stops. Why? Because everybody who shorted are now buying moves the stock up automatically 55%. We call it the 50% rule. And then it stops. Then it stops dead. Because above that, you have all these people who bought the stock for too much money. They're losing money, and they're all saying, I got to, if I get half my money back, I'm getting out. Get half my money back, I'm getting out. So it's really tough. Once you get that short covering rally and your stock going up, back up about halfway, about half from the 30 down to 10, it goes up about halfway. It's very tough because you don't have the help of the short covering rally that pushes up automatically. Matter of fact, short covering rally, you think of it as if you were on the street, you're walking down the street, you see a $100 bill, wouldn't you pick it up? Sure you would. You wouldn't walk over it. It's the same thing. This is the easy money. They call this easy money, short covering money. So easy. So in these kind of markets, you buy those kind of stocks, and then you buy the stocks that make new all-time highs, historic highs. Because the big institutions, they're smart. They know what's going on. They know this is all fake. They know it's not going to last. And so they put their money to work into those stocks that are making new highs. All you got to know is, when do I get out of it? And that's what you learn at my shorting class on May 8th. When do I get out? And then you simply set it up so when it goes down, you're making money. It's so easy. Because you don't do that, what people are doing is they're buying all these overpriced stocks. They don't know when to get out of them, and they're going to get killed. They're going to get killed. Or if a person gets into a stock at $10 and it goes up to $30, he says, I'm going to get out now. I think it's going down. I got to get out. Let me get out. Let me get out. And then what does he do? He goes and buys another stock. But the other stock he's buying went up the same amount, percentage-wise, because all stocks are going up. If you buy all the tech stocks, they're all going up 20%, 30%, and you're going to get out of your stock, you're going to walk over and get another stock that's up 30%? Why don't you stay in your stock? That doesn't make sense. If you get a stock at 10, it goes up to 30. Another stock went from 10 and went up to 30. And you got out of your stock at 30 because you're afraid it's going to go down. So instead of shorting it, you go look for another stock. So now you buy a stock that was at 10 and it's at 30. You go to that stock. What good is that? That's ridiculous. So all you do is change your position. So when your stock is ready to go down, when you get out and you turn the action the other way, you reverse it. It's called reversing it. And it's just like, if you can push a button, you can do it. And that means when the stock goes down, you're making money on the way down. And then you got a whole different outlook on the market because now you got confidence. You're in control. No matter, you're in total control. You don't have to call some dummy. Okay? What should I do? What should I do? And he's going to keep you in the market. He's going to try to sell you something else. And by the way, there's no fiduciary relationship.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, you weren't told that when you bought the stock. No, now your stock is dropping.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, sorry, we have no regulations. No regulation, we got to take care of you. No, we're going to take care of our partners, our shareholders. That's it, Wall Street. Unbelievable. So right now, another group of stocks you want to be following right now is what we call the COVID-19 stocks. Where is the money going to go? When it comes out of all these big tech stocks and big growth stocks, which is going to do, where's the money going to go? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020. Thinking about investing in the stock market, go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Today's real GDP number, 6.4%, really good. Following 4.3% in the fourth quarter, also really good. The economy is booming. Housing is up 11%. Business equipment investment advanced 10%. And aggregate demand is called private domestic final sales. For those of you, consumption plus investment, C plus I. Anyway, that was up 11% annualized in Q1. That is a boom.
Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
A boom? Well, I'm going to explain to you in a moment how we'll address these numbers, and I'm going to show you that's all phony. But first, what stock should you be buying? Well, the first thing you should be doing, again, is the stocks that are rallying right now, okay, what we call our best performers. You got your Amazon, you got your Google, okay, making new highs all the time. And these are the first ones that are going to crash. But the key is that if you know how to sell short and my chart gives you a warning well before they're pulling their money out, it's going to cause it to start going down. What a comfort level that is. It actually turns yellow. And then when it turns red, then it knows that you got most of your money out by then, or you should have. So once your chart goes from green to yellow, it's giving you the warning. The institutions are pulling their money out. So you start pulling your money out. And by the time it turns red, you've already taken your money out and you position yourself so when the stock goes down, you make money, okay, on the way down. So you want to definitely, Amazon and Google, those are terrific stocks because you catch them both ways. The other stocks that are doing terrific, and we've been in them, is the ETFs for industrials, XLI, the ETF for materials, XLB. These have been going straight up. And again, there's no selling above them because, again, you make new highs, you have to worry about sellers. You don't have to worry about sellers. It's called overhang, where if you get a stock that went from 30 down to 10 and you're trying to go back up, that's called overhang. Pretty tough to get up through that overhang once you get that short covering rally finished. But those are good stocks. Bank stocks. We've been in bank stocks, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, other banks, Goldman Sachs. Because why? Are you kidding me? Think of the money that's going into these banks by the government. Over $9 trillion since 2019, $250 billion a day to prop the banks up. They have no choice. They have to prop them up. And those are wonderful stocks. I mean, just buy the ETF, XLF. You got the old story. An ETF is terrific because you're putting all your eggs in one basket and watching them. And the old rule of thumb is if you're sitting there with a group of stocks, let's say banks, okay, there's 11 sectors we look at. So say one of the sectors is banks. And if a third of those are down and the other 2/3 are up, that's called mixed. So what you want to do is, to play it safe, buy the ETF. Buy the ETF. Now, when you have more stocks that are up, okay, and most of them all up, then fine. You just go and buy the individual stock, the one that has relative strength. But most people aren't that strong. They're not that good yet. You don't know what relative strength is. You don't know which stock to buy. So if you go in and look at a group of banks and you got some up, some down, and you're trying to figure which one should I buy, you have no idea. Your broker is going to tell you to buy the one he's going to make the biggest commission on. You have no idea. You have no idea what to buy. You just guess at it. Or you listen to people on these fake business news networks and say, oh, they're saying, I heard what this guy said. I'm going to buy that one. That's insane. So the beautiful thing about shorting is that I can ride XLF up. I can ride XLI up, these materials and industry, and XLF the banks. God, that's the wonderful thing. Look at Wells Fargo and Bank of America, how well we're doing with those. Another group that we've been buying, okay, is because money is coming out of big tech. The money you see going to big tech right now, there's a few stocks that are going up in big tech, only a few. Amazon, Google, that's really the major player. That's where all the money's going. But you take the rest of tech, 3/4 of them aren't going up. So what you should do is just buy XLK. That's the basket of all of them. So why take any risk? But the neat thing is, when they're ready to turn and go back down, the crash comes, you're going to love it because all of a sudden the chart is going to turn yellow, warning you that the money is being dragged out of that stock, not going to hold, or out of the ETF. And when that money's coming out, you're going to get a signal well before it turns red. And then when it finally turns red, it's telling you should be out now and have your position set up for when it goes down. You're going to make more money going down than ever going up. Why? Because the stock market goes down 10 times faster than it goes up. We'll show you how to do this, okay? It's archived for 2 weeks on May 8th. On May 8th. And it's going to be archived for 2 weeks. You have this thing. $75. So for the first time in your life, you're going to be so comfortable saying, you know what? I love making money in the market when it goes down. You remember, you get to the point, as pros do, they rather short a stock any day because it goes right down. See, when you buy a stock, it's interrupted on the way up. because you got all these people going and taking profits, and the new people go up, and the other people take profit, and it goes back up. Shorting is pure. People just panic. Get me out. Get me out. Because especially all these big tech stocks, Amazon and Google are going to go down. Are you kidding me? So fast you're not even going to see it, because you got all these people in those stocks. They're on margin, and they just don't have no idea what's going on. When those stocks start to crash, there's going to be such panic. And you don't have the hedge funds to stop it from going down. See, before, the hedge funds would always short stocks. Would always find companies to short them, So that was a good thing, because when a market was going down, by shorting them, it was slow, because they take their profits. So if a stock goes down from, let's say, 50 down to 40, they take profits. Then it starts going back down again, 40 down to 30, they take profits. So there's always, on the way down, it used to be where it would stop. And yes, it would go back down again. Just look at Enron. And that's the beautiful thing. It would slow the crash down. We don't have these people anymore. We don't have people anymore. Because who's going to waste their time in the stock market shorting when every day they put in trillions of dollars to keep pushing the market up? Who's going to sit there and be a dummy and short? No companies, no hedge fund is going to do that. There's very few. So when the crash comes, this is going to be the worst crash ever, just because of that fact alone, that we don't have hedge funds out there. We don't have hedge funds to slow it down. But right now, the bank stocks are the place to be, because, again, look at Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all kinds of money going into those. Also, the big place to be are REITs. We're doing terrific with the ETF, VNQ. It's the ETF. We own all the REITs. And every day they're going up beautifully. And it's, from the day it turned green, the ETF went from $89 up to $99. And that's 11% gain, 11% gain since March 25th. And it's still going up. But here's the key. You don't have to worry. God, should I get out? Maybe I should get out now. I don't know. Maybe I should get out. Because now you're equipped with, you click on this button, and then all of a sudden you just click over here where it says yellow, your yellow warning, and it gives you a yellow warning. Matter of fact, we had 4 days with a yellow warning starting on what day was that? That was on Wednesday, I think. Yellow warning. And what a beautiful thing that is. Think about it. You're being told on Wednesday, here we are, April 21, that money is starting to come out of this ETF. Isn't that a great thing? Turns yellow. Now, it doesn't mean it's always going to go to red. Sometimes it doesn't. Matter of fact, this stock, it went to yellow right back to green again, telling you, hey, okay, more money's coming in again. Matter of fact, it did it twice. Isn't that a nice comfort level to know you're sitting in a stock, all of a sudden it starts turning yellow, telling you money's starting to come out of the stock, could turn red where a lot of money's coming out, then all of a sudden it turns back to green. And it means, nope, more money's coming back in. Isn't that a beautiful thing? But the day it turns red, your position has now changed, and you're ready to make money on the way down. So go to my site, philsgang.com. Sign up May 8th. It's limited for 50 people. 50 people, May 8th. And it's archived for 2 weeks. It's only $75. Learn how to protect yourself from this inflation, from the 40% capital gains, the tax hikes. It's ridiculous. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.